The Smiley J Artist Zone, a platform for and about independent artists, music, interviews, and much, much more. Now, give it up. Your host, Smiley J.
Welcome to the Smiley J Artist Zone, a place dedicated to independent artists, singers, singers, instrumentalists, musicians, producers, DJs. This is a place where artists can come and hang out and share their journey and also have some fun conversation. I am your show host, Smiley J, and I want to welcome you guys today. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm so glad that you're here. Now, if you are a newbie and this is your first time, welcome. Come back now because I'm here every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, if you're not already doing so, be sure to follow me on Instagram, SmileyJ_Artist Zone, and also like and follow my Facebook page, the Smiley J Artist Zone. Also, Twitter, YouTube, the Smiley J Artist Zone, and also follow me on whichever platform that you listen to the show on, Amazon, Apple, iHeart, Pandora, wherever you listen, make sure you hit that follow button, okay? Now, also, if you missed any of the show episodes, no worries. You can go back and catch up and listen at your leisure. That is the beauty of technology. Now, I am super excited because I am approaching my 1-year anniversary later on this month, so I'm excited about that. So I think as I go into year 2, I will be introducing some new topics, some new things to the show. So, I hope you guys will continue to tune in and, give me some feedback and tell me how you like it. So, today, hanging with me in the Artist Zone, I have a music producer. I am super excited. Yes, we get to, we're going to talk a little bit about everything. I'm going to ask him a lot of questions I think you guys may want to know. So, but before I bring him on, I think it's only fair for me to tell you a little bit about him. His name is 20. 20 is a music producer. He's an arranger, a husband, and a father. He has produced music for various artists in various genres, including mainstream artists as well as independent artists. As a matter of fact, you may have some of the music that he has produced in your playlist. So let's go ahead and bring on today's guest, 20. Welcome to the Smiley J Artist Zone. How you doing today?
What's up, Smiles?
I'm doing good. I'm so excited. I finally got you here in the Artist Zone. Let me just tell my audience, I have with me one of the hardest working men in the business. There's others, but this man right here, he stays busy, which is a good thing.
Yeah, we try.
Listen, he's humble too. Now, it's funny because, a producer creates something that can't be seen. But it can be felt, I read a quote somewhere, I don't remember where, but it says, what a music producer does is vibrate air molecules in such a way that when the air molecules bump up against a human life form, that life form feels something. That's cool, right?
Very cool. That's great.
Yeah, I saw that somewhere and I just clicked it. I really like that.
In essence, you're taking a raw element, which is air, and sound is just the vibration of air, and then it's turning into something that actually provokes emotion or communicates emotion.
Right.
Words are very much subject to how they're expressed, but music by itself can communicate emotion so efficiently. And yeah, I do find that very fascinating.
Yes, and I thought that was so cool. And I knew you, being a music producer, would appreciate that. So
yeah, for sure.
So I think it's pretty fair to say that you have, I know you're humble, but I'm going to say it, that you have that musical, magical touch, and...
Too kind.
No, it's true. Because a lot of the artists that you've worked with have charted, and, and their music is doing pretty well, and it's okay to toot your own horn.
Toot, right?
It's cool. I think sometimes, you gotta, toot your horn. Folks need to hear this. They need to know. So, you've worked with some artists right here in the, Washington, D.C. area. And we have some mutual friends.
Right.
Kevin Kojo.
Big Head.
Prince, Anissa Hargrove,
sure.
Karen Lynette. I mean, you work with a lot of folk. We're going to get into some other folks later, but, it's just safe to say that you've definitely made quite a nice impression with some of the artists here in the area.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate all the names that you mentioned. As a matter of fact, it's been a kind of odd for me in that I actually haven't had to do the social media thing very much. Like, quite honestly, I suck at it, but it's because most of my work has been word of mouth. I just kind of believe that you treat people well. You do what you say you're going to do, and and they tend to come back and tell people about you. So.
That's right. And I'm glad that, people aren't keeping it a secret. Sometimes people like to keep good news to themselves.
Right,
so
right,
I'm glad that people are sharing and don't worry, I suck at social media too. Even though I have this podcast, I'm still learning. I just want to just do the podcast and that's it. But it comes with a little, marketing.
You got to do what you got to do. Yeah, for sure.
Now, okay, so this isn't any shade to anyone.
Okay.
Well, maybe it is. I don't know if the shoe fits. Wear it or change your shoes. Okay, so there are a lot of self-appointed producers out there.
Yeah.
Some good and some, not so good. But that's real talk. That's subjective to the listener. So I like to educate my listeners a bit. So a music producer wears many hats, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
In an effort to bring the artist's vision to life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So can you tell us some of the other hats that you wear?
Yeah. I guess what I do as a producer, and different producers have different styles. You have some who are very heavy-handed producers. They tend to give a lot of direction, and then you have some producers who they like to be fans of the people that they work with, so they're not as heavy-handed. So there's different styles. What I do, though, is I produce a product, and that product just so happens to be music. So it's my job from the very beginning of a song or a project to assess exactly where this is going, who we're marketing this to, and give the song or the project the best chance of success that we can. Some things are out of my hands, the marketing part and stuff. Actually executing that is not my role, but to know who the audience is, first of all, is very important. And then secondly, I have to make a connection with the artist, so that it creates a safe space for them to be creative. So that's important. You got to be not necessarily a people person, but you got to be somewhat, I guess, I would say emotionally intelligent,
Oh, EI, okay.
To make those connections in healthy ways. Beyond that, my job is to almost know everybody else's job well enough to give direction. So it's to delegate. That is what I do. So in some songs I may play all the instruments, but there may be some songs where I play very little, but I have to know the right people to call on based on their skill set. So it's knowing how to build teams, how to delegate responsibility, and to see a project through from beginning to end. That's the short version, I guess. Yeah. So
you pretty much have oversight, over all the aspects of the music creation.
Yeah. At the end of the day, however it turns out, it's my fault. So that's called being responsible. Right.
Okay. So you also have to be, because you like you say, I'm sure you have a phone book or a catalog full of contacts, of musicians and maybe singers.
Yeah, relationships are important. It'd be great to think that we vibe with everyone equally, but we don't. So, you have certain people that you gravitate to that you can get a job done with. And sometimes it's not about, how talented they are, but, what's the gel like? When this person comes into the room, how do they affect the atmosphere? Or, do we have good communication and chemistry with each other? So yeah, you respect to everybody, but you're going to have certain people that you just kind of tend to lean on because you can get it done with them. They're good teammates. Yeah. Okay. So I have to ask this question because I know somebody out there probably want to know. So what happens if you have a person that there is really no creative connection?
Has that happened to you before?
Yeah, and that's where I guess the emotional intelligence bit comes in, because you still got to get your job done, and sometimes I almost feel like I'm saying too much because I wouldn't want my clients preoccupying themselves with trying to connect these dots. But sometimes you have to pick a person up and carry them across the goal line.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes that's necessary. But you've got to figure out how to do it in a way that doesn't communicate a lack of respect for their skill set. It's good days and bad days. So if you have a bad day, then sometimes you're going to have to, turn it up a little bit as a producer to get the job, get it done, Hope that answers the question.
You did, and I think that you're such a nice guy because everyone don't have that temperament. You know what I mean? And if the artist feels it, then you're not going to get much out of the artist. If they feel that okay, they're not feeling me, they're not respecting my.
Yeah, and it's great if we can all be friends, and it's great that we get to do what we like to do and even get paid for it. But at the end of the day, we got a job to do, and you got to find a way to get it done, or else your reputation is on the line. So it's not personal. It's great when it can be personal. I mean, some very rewarding relationships and long-term relationships come out of, producing and recording music. But, at the end of the day, you got to get a job done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have a particular genre of music that you prefer to work with, or are you just, I'm a producer and I'm open?
I'm very open creatively. I've done quite a few genres. I'm literally all over the place. And that's why it's kind of hard to answer when people say, like, who have you worked with? It's like, man, some of the names I call out, you might not know, because I've done quite a few genres. And some of those genres are, associated with certain demographics, I like the diversity. But, honestly, I'm a church boy at heart, just to be honest with you. So anytime I get to be in that element and do that thing, then, I really enjoy that. But I just like creative people and creative things. So.
Okay. So, there are a lot of top famous producers. Dr. Dre is one of them. There's one producer who you kind of remind me of just because most people may not recognize him because he's kind of low-key.
Okay.
But, he's had a lot of Billboard writing credits.
Okay.
You want to take a guess of who that who that may be? He's low-key, pop,
He's low-key.
Just a pop. He's co-written like 24 Billboard Hot 100 number ones.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you a name. Okay. Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Christina Aguilera.
I already know who you're talking about. I can't call that cat's name right now, but I know who you're talking about.
Okay, Max Martin.
Yes.
Yes, I don't know why you kind of remind me of him. I mean, just because he's so humble and he's laid back, but he's a beast.
Yeah,
and that's that's kind of synonymous with you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So I got to ask you this before, since we're speaking of producers. Now, do you personally have like a favorite producer or that you kind of admire, his or her work?
Yeah, the people who really fascinated me, I guess, when I was most impressionable, as a kid, first probably had to be Prince. Let me just put him out there.
Yes.
His musical abilities all the way around is just, just opened my mind up to all kinds of sonic possibilities and creative possibilities. But Jam and Lewis. Also, when I saw what Babyface did, like during that little era where like every song on the radio was Babyface, that really made me pay attention. And then someone who I guess blew my mind, came out of left field, would have been Timbaland when he did the 1 in a Million album.
Yeah.
Because he gave our ears something that we hadn't really experienced before, and I really valued. Yeah, but he also come out of the camp of or worked with Devontae Swing from Jodeci, and that dude was probably very easily in my top 5, just because of what point in life I met his music and his contribution, so yeah, and there's plenty others.
But those are some really great choices. I mean, yeah. The Virginia guys.
And I stayed away from the classic names, because
the obvious, yeah,
it's too easy.
So today we're going to feature some music of some artists that you have worked with, and I want you. Right. Well, you know what? Before we do that, I'm kind of spontaneous, so I want to play a quick game. You down for a quick game?
Let's do it.
Okay. It's called Pick One, 3 seconds, answer each question. Let's do it. Hip hop or house music?
Hip hop.
Country life or city life?
Ooh, that's tough. I'm changing. Right now, country life.
I hear you. Okay. So you have the opportunity to work with one of these two ladies I'm getting ready to mention.
Oh, man, it's going to be tough already.
Beyonce or Janet Jackson?
I really have to pick. Wow.
Yes. It's called Pick One, not two.
I picked to plead the fifth, man. Okay.
Money's on the table.
Out of respect, man, let me say Janet.
Boom. Yeah. I told y'all he was smart. Okay. Thank you for that quick game. It was like kind of spontaneous. But okay, so today we're going to feature the music of two artists that you'll work with. Go ahead and tell us about the artists, who the artists are, and the title of the song.
All right, well, since the Smiley J Artist Zone is all about indie artists, we're going to play some indie music today. The first song we're going to play is by Mr. Mac Royale. We're going to do Let It Alone. I know you guys have heard Mac Royale before, but it was another song I think that you played when he was on. And I think this will be a real treat for the listener.
Okay.
And the second song we'll do Miss Tigressa. We'll do Hey You. That song's got some legs right now. So I think.
Oh, yes. I've had her on the show. She's a sweetheart. And guess what? We can listen to the song again because every time I hear it, it makes me dance. So I guess I'll be dancing again. Yes. Okay. Give me a reason to dance. Okay, now listen. On behalf of the Washington, D.C. area, DMV, you putting the home team on the map, and we appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. So, before you go, I just want you to tell the people if they, somebody out there may want to work with you, because I have a lot of artists that listen to the show, and they may need your services, and you want to tell them how to get at you.
All right. So like I said before, I don't have a lot of social media going on, but you can reach out to me though at 20 Music Group. This is my Facebook. It's the number 20 Music Group. Yeah. Matter of fact, you can shoot me an email at 20musicgroup@icloud.com. And that's the word 20 Music Group @icloud.com. If you want to work, man, holla at your boy.
All right. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your so busy schedule and hanging out with me in the zone. Absolutely. In between all that you do, I appreciate it. So, again, thank you. And, we're looking forward to more good music coming from 20 Music Group. Until then, be well. Peace. All right, as promised, let's go ahead and get into the music of the two featured artists that producer 20 worked with. As a matter of fact, both of these artists were former guests not too long ago right here in the Artist Zone. Up first is, of course, ladies first, Tigressa for her song Hey You, followed by Mac Royale for Let It Alone. Enjoy.
Makeup and hair, wanna look my best for you. wanna make. Just how big is the magic spot displaying? Wanna feel that heat you always bring. Don't stop, let's take it all the way. Can I get a minute with you, baby? You look so good to me. Invitingly with your smile. Does your left hand tell the truth, baby? And if so, let me see. 10 lines, don't try and hide. Hey, you are the one who makes me feel the way no other man has made me feel. No need to fight what's meant to be, 'cause you woke me up out of my dream. Here we are, all alone. Don't waste this precious time. Come get close, get it on. Can I get a minute with you? Does your left hand tell the truth? Can I get a minute with you, baby? You look so good to me. Invitingly with your smile. Does your left hand tell the truth, baby? And if so, let me see. 10 lines, don't try and hide. Can I get a minute with you? Can I get a minute with you? With you. You look so good. With you. Oh boy. With you. With you. Can I get a minute with you, baby?
Tell me what you wanna do, baby. I ain't gon' lie, I said it time and time again. I told myself we can't go back to being friends, baby. You and I, we crossed the line, we did that, yeah. One thing for sure, it ain't no more turning back. We started messing around, but oh, what a joy I found in you. What we gon' do? What you say about it, baby? First we was having fun, yeah. Oh Lord, the feelings got away from me, but one thing I know, that I just, oh Lord, can't let it on, let it on. Tell me, am I wrong? Oh Lord, am I wrong? Am I wrong? 'Cause the time that we share, it could never compare to nothing get together, the magic starts to happen. Yeah. First we start touching, then we start kissing, then we get to love, baby. Oh yeah, said I can't do it. I need you to tell me, baby. Tell me, baby, if you can feel where I'm coming from, cause the time just won't thank you for the time it could never come back. Cause the time that we shine just could never come back. Cause the time that we shine said I wanna thank you for the time never come back to nothing else, babe.
All right, all right. Yes, it's that time. All good things must come to an end. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me to the very end. And I also want to thank today's guest, Producer 20. Yes, he dropped some really good information. I mean, he was just so cool and calm and collective. I thought I had to, smooth it out for him, as we exit the show. I said, let me get some smooth music for a smooth dude. Now listen, if you guys haven't already downloaded the music of today's featured artists, Mac Royale and Tigressa, make sure you download it and add it to your playlist, because that's how we get down. You like what you hear, you add it to your playlist. Now until next time, I'm going to need you guys to be well, stay safe, and remember to listen to good music. Your ears will thank you for it. I'm Smiley J, and I'm out.